A look at screen time as our kids head back to school and the importance of keeping it in check for the little ones and for us parents as well. Joining us is ABC News medical correspondent Dr. Darien Sutton. Welcome. Always good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
I know this is a frequent topic of conversation in my own house. So many parents are worried about this. What does the latest science say about all this?
Well, when you look at the data, we understand that there are educational benefits to using screens. But outside of that, unfortunately, the data is showing that it's harming growth and development. For example, when you look at speech disturbances, academic performance, later in life, kids at increased risk of obesity, as well as other problems with their just in general social emotional growth. In fact, a recent study shows that toddlers who are using tablets more have more emotional outbursts and more temper tantrums.
I've seen that in my kids. I can verify.
Yeah. There's also a study, Dr. Sutton, that looked at how a parent's screen time can affect kids. What's happening there?
Well, I thought that this was one of the more interesting ones because it's not about how much kids are using it. It's about how much you are using it as a parent. And it found that preteens who were surveyed, who found that their parents were paying more attention to their phones than them, had more anxiety, more hyperactivity, and more lack of attention. So I think there's a real effect between not just how much the teen or the child is using it, but also how much the parent is using it.
Well, I mean, they always say, right, that the kids are mirroring their parents. So
absolutely, in every behavior.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, so obviously parents need to cut down, but what about kids? What's the best guidance out there for kids when you're talking about screen time, but also time management?
I think, number one, what are the recommendations? When you look at the Academy of Pediatrics, those under the age of 2 should have no screen time or at least just limiting to video calls with relatives in distant places. Between 2 and 15, no more than an hour, and that should be highly supervised. And then above the age of 15, and that includes all of us, we should have no more than 2 hours with entertainment. Now, how do you get there? You set realistic limits, just taking note. How much screen time are you using? I guarantee if you check your phones, it's a lot more than you'd expect.
Yep, don't want to do it.
Terrible.
Make it less appealing.
It's not 2 hours, I'll tell you that.
It's definitely not, and I try to blame it all on this job. Make it less appealing. Also, using grayscale on your phones can make it less appealing so that you're less likely to reach for it. Turning off your notifications, and something I think is really important, avoid using it as a reward or a punishment because that makes it more important. And so you want to make sure that you're making your child a savvy consumer of media.
Yeah, as long as you're mindful about it, and every time you go to pick it up, you're like, nope, got to put it down.
Exactly.
That seems to work.
Easier said than done.
It is.
So much. I look at it and go, all right, I'll do more. And very frustrating. Thank you.
All right, Darien, thank you so much. Appreciate you.